At 10 minutes till 2, the rumble and roar of motorcycles thundered through the hideaway, pulling all 5 women to the front room. Only Jayda did not fuss with her hair and tug at her clothes or check her makeup. Secretly, she was amused that her friends did these things. She had thought by the age of 30 they would have outgrown those teenage impulses. Apparently, she had been wrong. Being the only one not self-involved at the moment, Jayda walked to the front doors to unlock them, and her curiosity was piqued about the black mountain bikers who ran the Harley Heaven bar. She had taken much inspiration from their bar when planning her own business. The one trip into Harley Heaven had given her most of the foundation for her own decor. As she looked out the glass of the front doors, Jayda could see that there were 5 very big men dismounting Harleys in her parking lot. They were all new faces to her. She had only met Trigger and Derek, and they weren't among the 5 riders. The 5 large, tanned, heavily tattooed men strode to the front door en masse. Jayda's jaw unhinged, and she began to see why her friends were acting like teenagers. The one in the lead looked like sex on legs. He was the most brutally sexy, gorgeously built man she had ever had the wet-hot pleasure to look upon. And Jayda had seen her fair share of men in college and after. Disengaging the lock, she pushed the door open, trying to smile at all of them, but her attention was snagged on the first man who entered. When he paused and looked down at her, he gave her a rakish grin, pulled off his sunglasses, and looked appreciatively at all of her. As his eyes raked over her body, it was as if he were physically touching her. Jayda's body tingled under his powerfully sexual gaze. In a breathy voice, she said, "Welcome to the hideaway, guys. Come on in and have a drink on the house." Her heart fluttered as each man filed in past her, their scents mingling into an intoxicating, pure male aroma that excited her. Jayda's giggling friends quieted as the men entered, all of them pulling off their shades to look around the bar. Jayda walked to the obvious leader on legs that had gone over soft and unsure under her weight. Finding that she had to look up at him quite a bit, she held out her hand. She said, "Hi, I'm Jayda." That rakish grin again.
"Nice to meet you, Jayda. Sexy name. It fits you."
He wrapped his much larger, stronger hand around hers, his eyes never leaving hers. Jayda had expected him to give his name in return, but he didn't. He released his grip on her hand and stepped back, again, raking over her body with that lusty, hot gaze. Before the next man in line stepped up to introduce himself, Jayda found her center and returned the wanton gaze of the leader, appreciating him from head to toe before turning to the other man.